should you go for quality or quantity? That's what Breeding Cash seeks to answer this week. And so we are right at the heart of Kiambu County. This is Lari, and at the farm of Agnes Wagoi. This is why we are doing dairy farming, and of course we'll be talking to her later in the show so that she can tell us how she got started and how far she has managed to go. But apart from that, we'll also have an expert who will tell you why you should be very keen with mineral supplements. Now, at this point in time, remember we say none of us is as smart as all of us. So you can always join us online. Keep the conversation alive. On Twitter is at WTVKE. Use the hashtag Breeding Cash so that you're in a position to track your conversation. Breeding Cash starts right now. In much of Kenya, and especially in dry areas such as Western and Rift Valley, rural people's livelihoods hang in the balance during the periods of drought. Scrawny-looking cattle and other livestock peek over the dry scrubs in search of food. Milk production plummets along with harvests. For many livestock farmers, these times are as lean as their cattle. In many parts of the country, farmers are not keen with feeds formulation, but in order to increase milk production, some have realized the need to concentrate on fewer, better fed and better quality animals. Institutions, especially those that rely on donor funding in Kenya, are now embracing livestock farming in order to create a sustainable livelihood. A good example is St. Joseph Children's Home in Taita County. Here, several projects are in operation. We sought to find out what inspired the setting up of these income-generating projects.
At the moment, I can say we have livestock projects, and in farming, generally in farming, we have livestock department and the crop department. So where we are seated now, we have our dairy cattle, we have goats, we have pigs, we have sheep. So basically this is the livestock department, and the reason why we are keeping livestock is for us to sustain ourselves. We cannot afford to buy milk every day to give to the 37 children that we have, and especially the younger ones you have seen. So our livestock, especially the dairy cattle, produce milk that we use at home, and we also have a surplus. We sell it out. Like we have a tender with the Bora Girls National School. We supply them with milk on daily basis. So the money we also get there helps us to pay the people who work at the farm are paid by the money that is generated from the farm. So I think that is one area of sustainability. So we don't have to look for money from sponsors to pay the people working at the farm. They generate the milk, they generate the products from the farm, we sell it. The money that we get in terms of the checks that we get from the milk, we pay the farmers, and the surplus we use it at the children's home. Containers here. The biogas is one of the best projects we have around, and it has helped us to minimize the money that we used to spend to buy firewood. And the biogas is very productive. As you could see when we went to the kitchen, we use the biogas to do all the cooking at the home. So the biogas basically is also generated from the cattle. So we are really getting a lot from our livestock project. So the livestock help us to produce the milk that we sell, produce the meat that the children consume occasionally. We slaughter our own livestock here once in a while. We generate milk here, we generate biogas from the cow dung and from the pig waste. And I think in a nutshell, I can say that's very much sustainable.
Despite the success stories of zero grazing, the fact is that many farmers are reluctant to abandon the traditional ways of dairy farming, devote part or all of their small land parcels to growing and storing forage, and invest in the construction of zero grazing sheds. Some are still resistant to reducing the number of cattle they own to focus on few animals of good breed. For those who have tried to change from the traditional methods of dairy farming, some have incurred enormous cost in setting up zero grazing enterprises, and all this is due to lack of understanding of pertinent requirements for a profitable zero grazing enterprise. In this particular episode, we look at the modern way of dairy farming by looking at what it takes to set up a profitable zero grazing enterprise. Thank you so much for watching Breeding Cash. In the first segment, we've been looking at livestock in perspective. Focus on dairy farming. Now, we want to go to the next segment where we feature a success story and also bring in someone else on board who is basically going to tell us what we must do so that we can run our dairy business at a profit. And today we have Agnes, who has been doing this for quite some time. So I just want to engage her directly so that we can see what we must do to run at a profit. Asante sana Agnes. And maybe uanze kwa kutuambia umekuwa kwa hii sekta kwa muda gani?
Nimekuwa kwa sekta ya daily farming like 2.5 years now. And I've seen that daily farming, it's really nice and it pays a lot.
Talking of it pays a lot, what has made you reach that decision? Ni maziwa, ni exactly what has informed that decision?
Mi huwa na deal na ng'ombe za maziwa because hata conceive zikiwa na watoto wadogo, those damas, I just sell them because I have three females and they are nice.
Ziko salama?
Yeah, ziko poa.
Sawa basi, tukiangalia umesema unauza ndama, unauza kwa bei gani hivi?
Ndama huwa nauza ikifikisha 4 months. Ndo ikimaliza tu maziwa I just give it like 1 month and then I sell for like 15 to 20k.
Okay, 15 to 20k after 4 months. Wacha tuangalie sasa nini ndio ilikufanya ukaanza ukulima, manake si watu wengi especially the young people that are so much into this kind of business. They think farming is for the old. So what exactly inspired you ili uanze mradi wa dairy farming?
Kenya ilinifanya nianze daily farming. I've seen my parents walikuwa wanafuga hizi ng'ombe nikiwa hata mdogo and nilikuwa naona mpaka zinatulipia shule, we have something to eat, we have clothes, we never lacked anything and we are just doing the daily farming. So when I started daily farming, I had a goal that I really love farming, even the organic farming. So daily farming, it's in my blood. So vile I just started with 1 female and after 2 years now I have 3 because nimeendelea. I just like nikianza kulima wa maziwa, unajua unaangalia kwenye soko iko yeah, so you just focus on that.
Okay, tutafika maneno ya marketing ama prices and all that. Wacha tuanze sasa maneno ya feeding. Ng'ombe wako unalishaje? How frequent do you give them feeds and which type of feeds do you actually use?
Chakula ya ng'ombe huwa nazipea like I just give them twice a day, in the morning at 8 and jioni 6. Huwa nazipimia, sizipei ati I just give them. So hizi ng'ombe 3 huwa nazipea like 30 kgs. Kuna ndo yenye huwa ninapima nayo 30 kgs each cow. So I have the 3 mini. So nikiziekea naziekea just morning, then kuna inaiongezea, so inakula inamaliza, so I just feed them like twice a day.
Yeah. Na that is twice a day. Na unapatia pia bran dairy meal. Do you use dairy meal by the way?
Daily meal. Yeah, saa zenye nazikamua, that's why when I use the daily meal. So the brain ni yenye nikieka majani naziekea brains, so that's how zinakula mpaka zinamaliza.
Okay. Na nimeona uko na chaff cutter pale, unakata napier grass and all that. Do you do any other feeds apart from napier grass as well?
I still do hay.
Okay.
Like right now it's raining, so I have a lot of napier grass. So when it comes to dry season, that way I just nazichanganyia na hay, nini pamoja. Yeah.
Well, that's feeding. So unatumia dairy meal na uko na napier grass and all that. Tukiangalia ile cost ya kumaintain hizi ng'ombe, how demanding is this venture? Na pia niulize, unafanya ukulima peke yake ama pia kuna kazi nyingine unafanya?
I'm a busy woman, let me say that, because in the morning lazima kwanza niangalie ng'ombe wangu na hata wamekula. Then from there I have a small kashamba where I do my kitchen gardening, and still I have other items like herbs and spices, so I do it. Then from there I go to salon. I'm just busy. Yeah.
So do you have someone else who looks after them?
I have my mother. We are huwa tunafanya hiyo kulima na yeye, and pia I have my brother. Anashughulika na mambo ya majani, tunatafuta nipia glass, yeye huwa anazikatakatia. Then from there mimi ndio huwa nashughulika na mambo ya kukamua. I just make sure that the time ya ng'ombe hizi kukamuliwa lazima kuna mtu around ndio zikamuliwa at the nini time.
Okay, na basi pia before to leave maneno ya feeding, tuende maneno ya chumvi. Nimeangalia pale nikona kuna chumvi fulani ya white umezipatia. Mbona umezipatia hiyo, na ukitumia chumvi unatumia chumvi gani wakati gani?
Huwa natumia Maclick. Yeah, hiyo ndio huwa natumia sana. Hiyo ingine ni just for like just quite healthy, so keep busy na hiyo chumvi, because it have a lot of nutrients that it has to the cows, so that's the reason why I use Maclick and that one that you saw there. Yeah.
Okay, basi kutoka kwa feeding tuende maneno ya structures, na nimeona umejaribu at least it's clean, and even the floor itself at least umezitunza vizuri. Basi how frequent do you do the cleaning?
The cleaning, okay, in the morning before nizipe chakula kwanza nafagia the structure, nazifagia vizuri, then from there nazifeed. I just clean everything, ndio nikiziekea everything is clean. Then from there jioni pia before tena niziekea chakula ya jioni by 6 pia naingia huko nazitengenezea tena, ndio zikikula zinakulia place safi. Ya usafi ni kitu ya maana kwa daily farm.
Kuna magonjwa mengine yana attack livestock. So for you, how do you control diseases like mastitis, which to some farmers that I've talked with wanasema mastitis ni mambo mbaya, so to speak. How exactly do you manage that?
Mastitis huwa inakuja like, okay, ukikamua ng'ombe, uko suppose kama ninakamua ng'ombe right now nakamua moja, lakini for the time being nakamua moja, but hizi zingine ziko dry, so after like 3 months or 4 months I would have to kukamua zote 3. So I make sure saa zenye nakamua kila kitu ya hiyo ng'ombe ni ya hiyo ng'ombe peke yake. Kama ni zile vitambaa natumia za ng'ombe moja, the other cow iko na vitu zingine zake. So mastitis huwa inaspreadiwa na ng'ombe the ng'ombe, so saa zenye nazikamua you just use the vitu zenye unatumia, wacha zikuwe specific ni za hizo ng'ombe. Hiyo ng'ombe ingine unatumia vitu zingine. So pia the mafuta yenye natumia Nobrook inakuwa na Dettol. So we find that hiyo mafuta yani ukikamua then unaipaka, it will just remain clean.
Okay. Kuna disease moja very dangerous that farmers talk about, inaitwa foot and mouth. Sijui mwaisikia na wewe unaicontrol aje, because sometimes it can be a nightmare for farmers.
Foot and mouth inatokea sana kwa wenye wako na ng'ombe mingi, wanaziachilia inaenda like kwenye zinaenda kufeed, unakuta huko ndio zinaokota magonjwa. But now here I have a zero grazing, so I'm able to control everything. I make sure that everything is clean. Like I've never come along. Okay, ng'ombe wangu hawajashikwa na foot and mouth. In fact I've done this daily farming for 2.5 years and sijawahi kuwa na magonjwa yote. Yenye imewahi nisumbua ni just the change of weather. Unakuta kulikuwa na kiangazi, then ni raining, inaanza kurain, so that's when unaona ng'ombe wako it's like they have pneumonia. And you are able to detect that disease very easily if you are careful of what you are doing with your cows.
Na umetaja kuhusu pneumonia and you've reminded me of something, and niliona ukifagia mali zinafaa kulala very nicely, but now we have some farmers wanatumia mpaka mattress, zile mattress za ng'ombe. Sijui umefikiria vipi kuhusu kutumia mattress instead of just the sawdust maybe?
I'm working on that. Mimi ni mkulima mdogo kiasi, but the moment naendelea kupanda, that's when nitatumia mattress, because mattress ni mzuri pia, because hata hiyo ng'ombe penye ikilalia mattress inakuwa comfortable rather than penye niwe right now what I'm using right now, but I'm working on that. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Let's now move from we talked of feeds, the structures, disease, the profit now. Let's look, because that's what really makes sense for any farmer. How profitable is your venture? Kama sasa tukiangalia, for instance, kuna maziwa. On a good day, I know you have talked 2 that are on dry spell. So on a good day, how many liters of milk do you produce and how much do you sell each liter for?
Wakati nakamua hizi ng'ombe zote, in the morning ng'ombe moja kuna yenye inakuwa na maziwa mingi kuliko zingine. In the morning you find that it's producing like 12 liters in the morning. Jioni ina produce 10, so that's a total of 22 kgs one cow. The others it ranges between 15 to 20 liters each and every cow. Then I have the person whom I sell my maziwa to. He just can come up every morning and jioni, anaichukulia tu hapa kwa barabara, and huwa anauza per liter he buys 45 shillings. Yeah.
Oh, so that is in a good day when you're milking all the cows, you can talk of maybe roughly 60. That is between 15 and 20, and then which is actually very good. But still on that issue about profit, something else that farmers have done is to try and utilize the byproducts. Kuna wakulima wengine wako na biogas. So for you, what are the plans that you have ili maybe you set up biogas?
Hizi ng'ombe zangu zenye ziko kwa dry spell, I think that's when I'm going to introduce the biogas here, because I have a lot of manure here, and the moment kabla utumie hiyo manure kwa shamba, it's good kwanza hiyo gas itoke, ndio then hiyo manure itakuwa more profitable to the it adds nutrients to the plants. Yes. So I'm working on biogas, and then maybe before the end of this I will be having that biogas. And since my cows they are a lot, so we can use the biogas around as you can get, my homestead is big, so we can use them. We can use the gas for 3 or 4 homesteads.
Right now I see you have 3 big ones. Kuna ndama pale. What are the plans that you have maybe in the next 10 years as far as dairy farming is concerned? Where do you see yourself?
In 10 years to come, I want to expand my dairy farming, and I'm working I just want to have like 10 cows that are producing milk. As like I said, mi huwa si deal sana na dama, so wenye zikizaliwa I just feed them as well after 3 months nazisell. So I'm looking forward to have 10 cows. And from there I just have in fact I can produce that biogas for like my whole family. Wenye wamejenga huku, so tunaweza itumia pamoja, and still hiyo manure yenye ikitolewa hiyo gas tunaitumia for farming.
Okay.
So there is nothing that is going on lost.
Well, I wish you the very best on that. Now, as we wind up, I talked of you being a young person, a lady in this kind of business, exactly, agribusiness, and it has been dominated by men, so to speak. So what can you tell the young, and especially even the ladies who are maybe doing other odd jobs instead of maybe coming and doing such a profitable agribusiness venture?
Kitu yenye huwa watu hawajui, ukiset your mind, I'm going to do this and I have to do it, lazima ukue na hiyo, and you just want to do it. Yani kitu yenye ati haujifinyili, ati ni mtu amekuja anakuambia daily farming is good and you just start. Lazima ukue na information ya daily farming. So at least kama unataka kufanya farming, just have that passion, I want to do this. Hakuna mtu ananifinyilia nifanye, and that's when you are una set your mind hapo. Then ukianza sio kitu ati inakusumbua vile. Ukifida our cows, it's very easy. and it just pays a lot. Vile naweza ambia the young ladies, especially the young ladies, so si kawaida uende atupate ati mtu kama mimi ati niko kwa daily farming, so wengi huwa wanaitikia, they just so is like dirty work, ati ni kazi ya wanaume. Hapana, unaweza kuwa unafanya farming, daily farming, lakini sio ati wewe unafanya hiyo kazi yote. Like I said, kuna mwenye huwa ananini majani, kuna mwenye huwa anakamua, so I just manage. Ya si lazima ukua tuende unafanya hiyo kazi yote, unaweza just manage your project ni yako, so you are just managing it. Yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, and we'll visit you maybe after a few months or a few years so that we can see the progress that you've made. Sorry, you talked of biogas, you want to expand. Wish you the very best. Well, remember, you are watching Breeding Cash, and today we are going simple but profitable at the same point. That's why we've been talking to Agnes, who is practicing a zero grazing venture here at Lari in Kiambu County. Important to note is that she has talked of some of the things that you must do so that you can run at a profit. And at one particular point, she talked of how she uses the mineral supplements, talking of Maclick and all that. And at that point, we want to engage an expert, because her story is very inspiring, a successful story. So from expert's voice, what must be done, and why do you have to at one point introduce mineral supplements like Maclick to your dairy farming? Now here is the expert's voice.
Mineral is very important, and it's very vital and it's of very high essence to an animal, because once a farmer milks, what a farmer gets out is what we call the minerals, ile madini, anakamua the calcium and the phosphorus out of the animal. So there is a very high need to replace that mineral that gets out of the cow. That's why it's important for farmers to feed their animals with mineral. It will help the cow to maintain itself, and also it helps that animal to maintain all other parameters. When it comes to animals, there are a number of animals, but where we stress much is the mineral on lactating animals and heifers. About goats and sheep, we don't talk much of mineral, because they have reservoirs that help them have the mineral they need anytime they need it in their body. Mineral plays a very key role. One, in what we call the fertility, that is reproduction, in production of milk, and also in growth. So a farmer may realize that the calf is not growing so well, and if the calf is not growing well, the farmer will need to supplement. Actually, we call it a daily mineral supplement, or a calf supplement. The farmer will see the need to supplement that mineral to the calf, to that daily cow, to that in-calf heifer, to that heifer. That's due to the demand. The farmer will realize either the milk production is going down, or else the calf is not growing so well. That's when now farmer sees the need of supplementing mineral.
Well, now you know it's better to go for quality rather than quantity in this kind of farming. That's what we've learned right here at Lari in Kiambu County. But remember, you can always tell us even the places that you like us to go. Breeding Cash goes everywhere in this country. SMS line is open, that is 20058, and Facebook page is Breeding Cash. See you next time.